And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Utah Jazz.
Happy to have you with us So here's Dallas's starting group. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's ABC in at the 2. And for Utah, Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 spot. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Outside Davis. Here's ABC. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
George passes to Anderson. Back to George. Over Russell. And George gets it to go on the assist by Anderson.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Russell finds Washington. Back to Russell. And here's Davis to the left wing. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball. Utah with the ball. It's a 3-point game. They double-team George. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Davis. They get it again. And it's Gafford missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Coach Lauri Markkanen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
Now here's Washington. Misses the 3. Russell against George. Pass to Mikhailuk. Six on the shot clock. Into the lane. Here's Anderson. Shots blocked. Inside, Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
The Jazz have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Right side Anderson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Russell. Pass to ABC. To the wing on the left. Outside for Davis. Shoots over Anderson. Tries again. Rebounded by Nurkic. Utah leading by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about facing a premier defender like Anthony Davis, and Coach told me AD is obviously a tremendous offensive player, but his impact on D is even greater. He's an elite rim protector, and he moves like a wing out there on the perimeter. Without a doubt, Davis covers a lot of ground defensively. Back to you, BA.
And Allie, thanks.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
And Davis with the block. Russell to pass to Washington. Over to the wing. Here's ABC. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Nembhard, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the contest. That one drops. He ties it up. Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
They get the rebound. Here's Anderson. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's ABC. It's guarded by Markkanen. Washington passes to Nembhard. Davis against Markkanen. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lauri Markkanen. Nice pass.
Nembhard, the pass to Davis. Here's Gafford, defended by Nurkic. On the wing, Nembhard. Shoots over George. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Utah has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Let's go with a 3. Washington grabs the miss. Pass to Davis. Here's Nembhard. Now Washington for 3. Over to the left wing. Hey, from beyond the arc. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. From 7. And it's blocked by Davis.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Utah leading. 1:04 left in the first. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. A different look here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Mavericks trail by 5. Nembhard, right side. Right side, Davis. No good. Nice D from Anderson. The Jazz on offense. Pass to George. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Davis. The 3 from Thompson. Knocks it down from distance.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
Now here's George. Over Thompson. That one a little long.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Nembhard, the pass to Powell. Here's Christie. Back to Powell. He nails it, and we're tied.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Tie game here in Utah. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
The Mavericks, 14.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. We've got Washington. He's out there with Dwight Powell, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Bailey. Here's Markkanen. Down low. Markkanen.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Maverick substitution. Flag.
Utah shooting just 35% from the floor. To the middle. Bailey. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's ABC. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Granted, you always say in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Filipowski. To the paint. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Christie with a rebound. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Mavs. Trailing by 4. ABC, the pass to Powell. Here's ABC. Back to Powell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
The Jazz have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Bailey, all alone. Connects, the jumper drops. Bailey's got 6.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Jazz leading by 4. Here's Sensabaugh. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Deflects the pass. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. The offensive rebound. Here's Filipowski, and that's out of bounds. The last touch by Filipowski. Niang, he's checked in for Markkanen. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Russell deciding where to go with it. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. The Jazz have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Here's Sensabaugh, and it's blocked by Davis. Here's the break. Looking to end this cold spell. And finished off by Davis.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's ABC. 9 points in the game, and they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Sensabaugh. The lead is 2. Back to Niang. Puts up a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Davis. Good D by Niang. The Jazz have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Collier. Here's Filipowski. Stolen by Davis. Fires from the wing. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Here's Collier. No points so far. Out left to the wing. Lets it fly. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
2 minutes remaining in
Here's ABC.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
This is Thompson's pure shooting ability in action. He has the shot up in seconds.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Oh, a clear foul there on the... And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still beat.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Bailey. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Mavericks trail by 4. 1:35 left in the second quarter. To the right side. Here's ABC. Rebounded by the Jazz. George feels it out a bit. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George, was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
Now here's George. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. 59 seconds left in the second. Clock at 6. Takes one from 10 feet. Yes, it's good. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's ABC. 9 points in the game. Sinks that one from the post. ABC's got 11.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Collier. Niang up top. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's ABC. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Collier, defended by Thompson. can't get it to fall. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the close.
Georgia, 35.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Utah ball.
We've got Lauri Markkanen. Kyle Anderson is out there with George Niang. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's George in at the point guard position. That's the group for Utah right now. Now here's Anderson. Back to Niang. Fires the three. Drops in the three. Niang's gotten his second bucket of the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's ABC. And here's Thompson for three. Here's Davis. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Jazz leading by 7. George with it. He has 6. Kicks it out to Markkanen from outside the arc. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Davis against Anderson. And that one's good. Davis. Davis has got 10 points in the game. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Niang, the pass to George. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Davis with the block. To the inside, Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
And Utah calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Out to Thompson. Here's ABC. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Utah leading by 9. And here's Markkanen. 10 points for him. Pass to Mikhailuk. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Anderson. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, it's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And Dallas calls time here. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
George passes to Filipowski. Now here's George. Got a piece of it. Pass to Mikhailuk. The 11-footer. And here's Markkanen. Outside, Anderson. Excellent D there from Davis.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
And that one's good. ABC. ABC's got 13.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
George passes to Mikhailuk. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Davis, the pass to ABC. On the wing, Thompson. From behind the arc. Drills it from deep. 9 points in the game. Here's Anderson. 7 points in the game. Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Outside, Anderson. Back to George. Fires for three. Here's Mikhailuk. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
For the Jazz, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anderson, and it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. D'Angelo Russell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Pass to Gafford.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
George.
And for a rookie, George is physically mature. He doesn't mind the contact at all.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for two, George.
George hits them both. And Russell's got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. 11-point game. 1:46 left in the third. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Utah has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Pass to Collier. Back to Markkanen. Shoots. Nice shot from the wing. Markkanen's got 12 points in the game.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Utah leading by 11. George, right side. 1:11 left in the third quarter. It's George on the wing. Down low. What a finish! Right at the rim by Markkanen.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Here's Marshall. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Lauri Markkanen. These are his first free throws of the game. Sensible is checked in for Utah. And the second free throw is good. Utah's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Pass to George. That one off the back iron and out.
Tremendous defensive effort, saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Here's ABC. No good with a layup. Jazz leading by 12. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Utah making a switch here. Bailey's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Washington's checked in for Marshall. Here's ABC. 13 points in the game. Knocks down the long J.
3.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Checked by Davis. Pass to Collier. The three. The shot that time not on target. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Utah ahead, leading by 9. And we'll return shortly.
48.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Washington out there with Davis. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Thompson. And it's ABC in at the point. Collier. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
4th personal foul. First team foul.
And he can't get the first one. Gafford, he's checked in for Powell.
Collier. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's ABC. Davis down low. Anderson covers. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Utah with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Markkanen. A show of force by Markkanen to get through.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
Here's ABC. The layup misses. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Mikhailu, the pass to Nurkic. It's Markkanen on the wing. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Markkanen's got 5 points now this quarter.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And Dallas calls time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. George, he's checked in for Utah. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Pass to Anderson. Back to George. Markkanen for three. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Markkanen's got 15 points in just the second half. Here's ABC. The three from Washington. Pure from three-point range.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back-and-forth moments.
Now here's Anderson. To the inside. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. You have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression.
ABC. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
At the line.
Utah leading by 14. Pass to Anderson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Thompson passes to Gafford. Outside Davis. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Washington's shot is good.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They lead by 11. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's ABC. It's guarded by Markkanen. Here they come with numbers in transition. Pass to George. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
They're just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
Knocked away. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. That one's good for 2. Jazz leading by 11. To the middle. And Nurkic throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Now here's George. And it's Utah scoring again.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Here's ABC. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for the Mavericks. Flag. Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Outside, Anderson. Looking to get back on track. Nice D from Gafford. Mavericks trail by 13. Thompson passes to Washington. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And here's Nurkic for 3. They get it back. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Jazz lead by 12.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
ABC. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to George. Washington against Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk. 5 on the clock. And Gafford with the block. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Nembhard, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Nembhard.
2 on the clock. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Gafford passes to Nembhard. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Pass to ABC. Goes back up. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. ABC's got 11 in the second half. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
George passes to Nurkic. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. Over Washington. And they get it back.
They grab the long rebound, resetting the shot clock.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
54 seconds left in the fourth. Now George. Clock at 6. Back to Anderson. Here's Mikhailuk. He drops it from range.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Man, look at Nurkic using his physique on offense, taking his shot and drawing a good foul.
For Utah, Yusuf Nurkic taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.